Okay, guys, just wanted to give you guys an update about where we're at with nutrition. So we got a lot of information yesterday about people's issues concerning nutrition, and the overwhelming thing that came back to me that I got out of this was that people need things to be simple. So the reason we give you a meal plan is it is a very simple, easy to follow list of foods. The preparation of all those foods is listed there, when to eat them. There's no thinking involved. All you have to do is set aside a couple hours a week to prepare the foods, pack them up in your fridge, take them with you. So that's as simple as it gets. Now, that's what people ask for. They want simplicity. Now, a lot of times, once they get it, they come back and go, yeah, but I don't want to eat this. Yeah, but I don't want to eat this. Yeah, but my wife does all the cooking. She won't make this. Okay. There's nothing wrong with questions, guys. I love to answer questions. I'm sure any of you that see me on a podcast or whatever we call those hangouts, I'll take 20 minutes to give a deep, well thought out, hopefully it comes across as well thought out answer to a question. But there's a difference between complaining and making excuses and a question. Okay? Now, there are ways to lose weight while eating vegetarian. I personally don't think eating like a vegan is healthy at all. Maybe it's healthy for short periods of time, but as a whole, I find that people that are eating vegan tend to end up eating a lot of these replacement foods that are really much more of a chemical shitstorm than a grass-fed steak ever will be. So that's just my personal opinion, and I've said very clearly many times that we don't seek to accommodate vegans. There's other people that will do that. That's not really my thing. Now, if you want to eat vegetarian, that's a little bit more room to maneuver with. We can work around that, with fish oils and with protein powder. But I guess I'm trying to make it absolutely clear that the best results will come with following the meal plan or making maybe one or two substitutions. Like if you're allergic to a banana, have an apple. Not a big deal, Little things like that. Like if you can't stand kefir, just try eat more sauerkraut or vice versa. Little things like that you can change. But as a whole, you should be following the framework of the meal plan, okay? And I would do that for at least a week, if not 2 weeks. And if your scale's still going down and that was your goal after 2 weeks, I would be inclined to ask, why change anything at all? This is working. Now, we do tell people to go on MyFitnessPal. I've said that in the past. Sometimes I regret saying that. But we do say go on MyFitnessPal and after a week or 2 weeks, we'll start tracking your macros. To be quite honest, I think that might have been a mistake on my part. And I know people are going to be upset with me for saying that. People get upset with me all the time. I can deal with it. This is not to say that we're not going to continue to service clients that are doing that approach, that they're on MyFitnessPal and they're hitting their macros. But what I would say about hitting your macros is the minute that you find you're nowhere close to hitting your macros, go back to the meal plan, go back down one level and make it simpler and sustain that behavior. So what I'm really talking about here, guys, is set a simple, achievable goal, aka follow the meal plan. If it has some issues, communicate that with Coach Mitch. He'll make some substitutions. Write the substitutions into your personal copy of the meal plan and eat like that for 14 days. Now, when you get done that and you're like, and by the way, guys, we've said many times, but the meal plan on Wednesday and Friday night or twice a week, you can have a cheat meal. You can eat whatever you want. I don't care. Okay? So there's your mental sanity. Really, the idea of the meal plan is to give you a really sustainable, easy to implement plan for sustenance, for eating the food that keeps you alive. And then you have that mental reward of having 2 meals a week for enjoyment. 2 meals you really look forward to that are going to be fun. Okay? Now, when do we move to the macros? Well, to be honest, I mean, that is an approach that works for people, especially if they like to have a lot of variability in their diet. Especially if they're the kind of person that likes to experiment and try new things. That's great. But you need to actually, if you put your macros in, if you put your food in for 3 days, and you see that you're nowhere near your target macros, and you're really deviating off the plan and you're not seeing the results you want, then like I said before a couple times, go back to the original plan. Go back to step 1. Stay on step 1 and then progress back up to step 2 when you feel ready. And maybe check with Coach Mitch before you move to step 2, okay? Paige she's doing a great job. She pumps out the information for us. She does the administration, but and we're not taking anything away from her. She knows a lot about nutrition too because she's been absorbing a lot. She knows a lot of what our philosophies are. But when it comes to making coaching decisions and managing clients and understanding their case in depth, then that's when you want to talk to Mitch or myself. Probably Mitch because he knows them more deeply. I deal with the more bigger issues like coming up with this video to tell everybody how. We were a little bit unclear with that, and we probably sent the wrong message for a little while. So if you're one of these people that's kind of flailing around and isn't really sure where to go, and they're trying to hit macros and they don't really know, well, I just find that it's better to go back to the meal plan, go back to square one, and and reach out for help, and we'll modify the meal plan to suit your individual needs. I hope that helps, guys. Thanks. Have a great day.